All right. So every week we start with the session. Like this session will going to be on the fruits. So last week also we have done with the fruit that is mango, and this week we're going to have two session. One on this like today, and the second on the Sunday, which will be based on the astrological aspect and the numerological aspect. So today we're going to be deeper dive into the fruit that is watermelon. So with respect of whatever question you have, the doubts you have, when to use it, when to have it, I mean not to have it, any doubts you have with respect of the watermelon, you could able to ask. So let me just share this list. Yeah. Okay. So all right. So before even starting the session, again, why we all are here to understand first. That is because of the one problem statement where the current health system is facing challenges due to the complexity and confusion within the industry. And our mission is to build the world largest society of Ayurvedic lifestyle. And our vision is to collectively empower every human on this earth to live a meaningful and a disease-free life. And the education is the way that we can survive. So this particular community, that is AROGINY, is based on the five values. That is, we believes in the principles that is coming from the ancient science. Then the personalization. Third, that is the empowerment. Fourth is the learning and implementation. And fifth is a health and well-being. These are the five values in this particular community. Definitely you're resonating it. That's where you are landing up on this particular session. The current session, I would say it again take a 90 minutes. Maybe it could take just a 60 minutes, including your question and answers. You take a notes if you feel that anything that is there required as a information. So any question that you have, you can ask at the end of the session. So why this session is very important, as I've said, we are all are here to maintaining the health. We do not want to do excess of anything. Maybe if you do something excess, initially you'll feel all right. You're suffering with some challenges. Initially you feel all right, and then again you feel some sort of health challenges. So saying this, we do not want to go on that particular path. We want to maintain the health, and that's where understanding today's session with respect of a fruit, the watermelon, is very important. So yes, so the watermelon, if we let's talk about the quality, like what it does when it enters to your body. So definitely we're going to talk about the ripened one, the ripened watermelon, unripened watermelon, watermelon seeds, and overly ripened watermelon, what it does. Okay. So the watermelon is of it nourishes all the tissues. It improves the strength, and that's it's a heavy to digest. The watermelon, it's not light to digest, it's a heavy to digest. It is sweet in taste. Its vipakis taste means once it get digest into your system, definitely it has a sweet vipaks. That means it will help to get rid of urine or the stool or the sweat. That's how its vipak works. Then virya, that is coolant in potency. So there are some doubts. Is it really cold or hot? When we talk about the kharbuja, that is muskmelon, that is again hot in potency. And watermelon, if it is overly ripened, then it becomes hot in potency. Otherwise, this is again the cool in potency. Watermelon is cool in potency, but if it is over ripened, then it becomes hot in potency. That's how its potency changes. Dosha action, if you talk about, it reduces the vata and pitta in your body in the summer and increases the kapha. When we talk about the properly ripened watermelon, okay, so it reduces vata pitta, it increases the kapha. So the question here is, can obese people have the watermelon in the summer season? So definitely yes. When we talk about the kapha, it doesn't increase that much kapha if we compares to fruit like a banana. It has a more water element. That's where it increases the more kapha, mostly of the water element. So that's how it denotes. Then yeah, this is about the fruit itself, like what the quality of the fruit is. Now we'll understand. Okay, it's about the seed. Yeah, so there is a preparation juice of watermelon with added sugar. When we talk about sugar here, it's about either you can consider as a mishri or the khand. And the cumin seed is a best coolant drink. It is good remedy in a painful, difficult urination, urinary tract infection, liver congestion, and the inflammation. So many people have this problem in the summer season, they get burning sensation while urinating. So this become a perfect remedy for them if the follow this formulation. Second, that is watermelon excess use. What will happen? So not recommended in a diabetic condition, diabetes and low blood pressure. In this condition, excess consumption of the watermelon should be avoided. What you have the overconsumption of watermelon, now you have the stomach pain. If you eat more than recommended, you definitely are going to have the stomach pain. And what is the antidote for this? Consumption of the tea is the antidote of excess watermelon. Now again, how I'm talking about the tea here. So when I talk about tea, that means the tea that you have without any milk, just water and tea, the tea leaves or the tea powder, that's it. So what Ayurveda says is, how do you use a particular thing in a way that it become the medicine, right? So this way, if you talk about, then this become your antidote. If you overly consume the watermelon, this become your antidote. Okay, that you have to understand. So that's about the normal ripened watermelon. Then if you talk about the quality of unripened, okay, it's a mango, just forget this. So it's about unripened mango, sorry, unripe watermelon. So it is a light, it decreases quality of sperm in the men. Okay, so unripened watermelon, it's not good for the health. So if it is not fully ripened, do not consume it. Okay. It is again sweet in taste, sweet in vipak, cold in potency. Again balances the vata kapha. But sorry, vata kapha is creating the neutral action, but it balances the pitta. Initially, what was mentioned for the well ripened watermelon, which helps to reduce the vata and pitta in the body, mostly the burning sensation and dryness, because dryness get increases in the summer season along with the pitta, and that's a good fruit which will help to go against it, and definitely the kapha, but not as much as of banana. So this is helpful in that aspect, but better you not consume the unripened watermelon. That's advice. So next, if we talk about the seeds of the watermelon, it's very good. It's a heavy in quantity, sorry, heavy to digestion. So when I say heavy to digest, that means you have to consume in very limited quantity. You're not going to consume it overly. So limited quantity is good when we talk about the watermelon seeds. It taste is a mild sweet in nature. Again, vipak, that is, it is good for the production of getting binding to your stool. Same, the watermelon also has a property of binding your stool. Vipak, that is potency, it is cold in nature. Again, it balances vata and pitta, and kapha dosha get increases. That's where you also consuming this in very limited quantity when we talk about the watermelon seeds. So when we talk about the food that to be consumed in a summer season, Ayurveda specifically mentioned that you must consuming mostly the liquid food items. So it could be your sattu, it could be your sugarcane juice, it could be your fruit juice, mostly like not like any unseasonal fruit juice. You can go with a watermelon as well. When watermelon juice is not a problem. Yeah, and definitely there is strictly no if we talk about the watermelon along with milk, it doesn't go well. Okay, so it can create poisonous effect in your body, and definitely you people should stay away from this. So that's what about the seeds you can incorporate with like after your meal, before your meal, anytime you can consume this. Just in exceptional case, you may avoid this at night. When we talk about the fruit, even fruit, not to consume after 4 p.m. and in the morning, not before the 10 a.m. So not 10 a.m. before in the morning, not 4 p.m. in the evening. That's what about the watermelon is. So yeah, I guess this is it for today's session. As I said, it will going to be very short today because we don't have much information with respect of watermelon. Since just the problem with because the fundamental is there, like fruit you cannot consume with your meal, right? At least you should have 1 and 1.5 hour of gap. If you feel Like before you, if you consume the watermelon, if you feel hungry, like after 1.5 year and a half hour, then you can consume your meal. Otherwise, no. This will make you full. So that is one thing. Second thing will be proportion you have to take care of. Third will be the timing. Before 10 a.m. not allowed. After 4 p.m. not allowed. In between you can consume. So best timing will be at 10 a.m. or the 2 p.m. That is the best timing. Sorry, 1 p.m. you can consume. Uh, that's what the common precaution that we have to take with respect of the fruit. So now if you people have any doubt, you can raise your hand and unmute. So I guess today we have very less people, so we can also go with unmuting yourself. Yeah, yeah, you can unmute yourself, Rajeshri ji.
नमस्ते अंकुर जी, कैन
नमस्ते
वी मेक सब्जी वाटरमेलन के छिलके से सब्जी बना सकते हैं क्या?
जी। जो उसका होता है ना कि बॉटम से जो वाइट पोर्शन रहता है उसको आप काट के उसकी आप सब्जी बना सकते हो। दैट इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम। हेलो, ओके, यू गॉट इट। अच्छा, आप अनम्यूट हो गए शायद। लेट मी अनम्यूट यू। यस।
या थैंक यू, आई गॉट, थैंक यू।
सो ये वैसे ही है जैसे हम एश गार्ड यूज करते हैं। व्हेन यू स्पेसिफिकली हैव दैट द लेयर, प्रॉपर लेयर, उसकी आप सब्जी भी बना सकते हो। दैट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम। सो यस, संगीता जी, डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन? ओके, आई हैव अनम्यूटेड यू, यू कैन आस्क।
The white portion, I just slice it and put it on the hot tawa and cover it, and it tastes so yum. No addition of any salt or chilies or anything. It becomes very soft and mushy, and you just enjoy eating it. Just put
Yeah.
it on the hot tawa and cover it.
Okay, so as I've said,
After
for
you
this
flame
purpose,
off.
you can use it. That is not a problem with a watermelon.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
how do
other.
you know whether the watermelon is ripe or unripe?
Yeah, definitely. If it is unripened, it is mostly white in color.
When you are buying.
Yeah, when you're buying, definitely you have to see somewhere it is like somewhere in yellowish in color, or maybe you just ask them to cut it. They cut for you and they show the slice. So definitely you can just go with that. And once you come to home, you can just consume it after, like, once you just cool it down in the bucket or somewhere, like keeping under the water, and then you can consume, not a problem.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's very easy in India to have like this, bits, because they help us to cut this properly. So yes,
Ideal fruit to have in summers.
watermelon, muskmelon. But again, when we talk about muskmelon, it is hot in potency. So we have to think on that. Again, we have your bale fal, that is also recommended. We're going to talk
Yes,
about it as well, how
yes,
to
yes.
consume it. Then you can have pomegranate. That's the ideal fruits you can have in the summer season. Like very few, I would say.
We make bale juice.
Bale juice. Yeah. So we'll talk about it, how like bale is very hot in potency, how to balance it, and what proportion you can have. Definitely we're going to talk about
Yes.
it coming sessions. Yeah. Yeah, Rajeshri जी, आपको और questions है?
हाँ जी, since you mentioned muskmelon, since it is hot in potency, should we mix sugar in it? Does that reduce the heat?
See, उसका जो nature है, it's hot, but it is in good way, because what happens in the summer season, that is your agni goes down, your appetite goes down, and that helps to ignite your digestion. But again, it goes same example with the papaya. If you consume in very moderate quantity, like 3 slices, that will help you ignite your digestion. If you overeat it, again, it will going to give you problem. So even if you don't add anything, that will be the best. Max, if you want to add something, like you can add mishri powder along on top of it, because what taste is suggested in Ayurveda, that is a madhur taste. Even madam said like consumption of belful juice. So definitely you can add the mishri
Sugar.
in it, and you can make it a proper juice out of it and consume it, because that's what's suggested in the summer season. So yes, that's not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but yes, when we say sugar, here we just talk about khand, and the second, that is a mishri. Mishri is very light to digest, even lighter to khand. So, but it's a bit expensive when we, yeah, but definitely this is choice that we have. Original mishri is a bit expensive compared to desi khand. Yes, Narenji, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Like a lot of people takes watermelon and they get their skin and they get cough and all after 2 3 days. Not immediately after 2 days. Like a kids and all mainly used to have. What to do for that one?
Okay, so just have to take care of few things. That is the timing when they are consuming it. Are they consuming it like timing first, then the quantity? Third is like the combination, like before after meals, what they are having. Fourth is about their appetite. Because watermelon is heavy in nature. It's not light to digest. If they don't have appetite and they are consuming this fruit, definitely they will going to have kapha dosha imbalance even in the summer season for mostly ENT areas. And that can be taken care of if you just add some spices over it. Like you can just add sunt powder, ginger powder, because in summer season you cannot go with a black pepper. So jeera or max jeera or sunta powder and ginger powder you can add, and then you can fairly consume it. Not a problem. Okay, sorry. I guess you people couldn't able to. Okay, let me just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
got it. Yeah.
yes. And
Okay.
ginger powder and jeera powder can we add for everyone? What is the maximum they can have for kids and all? 1 or 2 slice?
This when we talk about slice, I would say I'll just small katori. I would say in a proportion, because again slice will be depend how long you cut. So I would say
Mhm.
small katori is sufficient for kids. Like when you say kids, like how what age group
Like
you're
a
talking
15
about?
to 20, 15 to 10 years like that people.
Okay, 15 to 10, not a problem. Small
Okay.
ball like they can have, not a problem.
Okay. Fine.
It's,
And watermelon juice can people like can have with other mix of other juices.
I'll not recommend that, because again that as I've said, the potency get changes. If it is fully ripened, then it's a ripened one, then cool in potency. If again get overly ripened fruit, then it is become hot in potency. And muskmelon again comes in a season that is hot in potency. So basically it goes to virya viruddha, means there is a two different temperature we are mixing it, and that is not ideal for the body. So
Okay.
not mixing it will beneficial. So jeera powder you can add as I've shared in the
Mhm.
slide. So that will help to digest it properly if you're consuming in the juice form as a watermelon.
Okay.
Yeah. So salt can be added, but not rock salt. It should be proper your senda namak. Okay. Not the rock salt, because sorry, not your sea salt, because it is hot in potency, and the the senda namak is cold in potency. So you take the choices accordingly. Can we have fruits if we have common cold and cough? Better you avoid it. When you have common cough and cold, you avoid the fruits. Salt can be added or not. As I've like answered, yes, please let me know the quantity. Can Vata people can watermelon? Yes, Vata Pitta goes well with the watermelon, but with respect of your digestion and the quantity. Definitely, if appetite is less, jeera powder and the sunti powder can be added, along with pinch of rock salt, not a sea salt, because sea salt is hot in potency. Okay, you people can unmute. I guess I don't have to make you unmute. If you want to unmute, you can ask the question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Suppose you are prone to allergy due to change in weather.
Hmm.
Can you have watermelon to eat then?
See, when there is a transition in season, this is a very crucial period that people have to know like what to consume, what not to consume. It depends upon person to person. If I say
Okay.
that, let's say a Vata Prakriti person going through the transition, he will suffer the most.
Okay.
Then the Kapha Prakriti will suffer the most. And then third, that is of the Pitta Prakriti will suffer. So for me, let's say you are coming to the transition and you are like we are entering into the summer season. Like I would say from 19th of April with astrological aspect. Yeah, we are entering the summer season now in the transition period. So Navratri coming in this season is not ideal, because it should have come 2 months back. When was the transition from the winter to the spring season? Now if we see that Vata Prakriti, the summer is coming early, because he already have the dryness in the body, and even the starting summer is difficult for them. So maybe they can have first Vata related problem. That means they have the dryness in the body, and that dryness will going to lead to generation of cough. Like now the question, there will be a question, right? If there is a dryness in the body, how the cough is secreting, right? Means congestion is there, mucus formation is there. That's what you're talking about, the allergies.
Yes, allergy.
So when your intestines are dried, what will happen? The apana vata, the air which will not flow from the, the downward direction. Where it will flow to the upward direction. So now the kapha is producing in the stomach, your amashay, and that will take to the different direction, towards your ear, towards your, towards your the throat, and that's where the mucus secretion happens. So if the in such people, if the enema of oil is been given, I'm again saying enema of oil which properly suggested by the doctor, because when you come to Ayurveda, there are people who do have to take the enemas, like oil enema, not water enema, in limited at least thrice in a week, with respect of change in season, so that their colon will not be dry, the anuloman will happen properly, and the mucus secretion will not happen with respect of the digestion and all. So this is what happened with the vata. So kapha prakriti may also get the problem mostly in the 2 months back, when there is a transition from the winter season to the spring season, but not from the spring season to the summer season. So the kapha will mostly get problem there when the start, like a 6 month, like I would say, in twice in a year, where there is a change in uttarayan to, like when there is a, in simple words you can say, ठंड से गर्म में और गर्म से ठंड के मौसम में, that's it. Not maybe in between of the change in a season, like rainy season to the autumn season, they may not face any challenges. When we talk about pitta, they will have the problem, they will rarely have this cough and cold problem in with respect of change in season. Okay, so yeah, it depends upon the prakriti to prakriti, but yes, vata will suffers the most.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Doctor, in this time, this period of time, some of the people are getting like pitta, people are getting cold and cold mainly on that. Why they getting in this? Pitta people getting cold?
Okay. So when we talk about, it's, see, when initially when I just started, like before, like talking about change in season, so I was purely talking about the prakriti. I was not talking about the person who is suffering with a kapha dosha imbalance and then entering to the summer season. Definitely they are going to have the problems like this. Because when we talk about the prakriti, here that's a very clear, but when here now we are talking about the vikruti, the pitta person having kapha related problem definitely will going to have kapha related challenges when there is a change in season.
Okay. Okay.
But if it's a balanced pitta, they will not have the problem because agni is good in them. And yeah, but they face some challenges with respect of loose motion in the summer season, because already pitta is high from the outside, and yes, they face some challenges again in summer and the autumn season.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sonam ji, okay. Yeah, you can unmute. Yeah, everyone can unmute. You have the, just click on the mute button.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my first session,
Okay.
and just wanted to know. I'm not even sure of my body type also, but yes, in terms of somebody asked the question a few minutes back that we should avoid fruits when we have cough and cold. But what I have observed is when I leave the fruits in my diet, I usually face a lot of acidity or gastric issues if I don't intake enough fruits in the morning. And when I include that, it creates a bit of cough and cold tendency in me. So, what is the correct way to actually have it, or which fruits should be particularly avoided, or something like that?
Okay, so you mentioned two things. That is, when you consume the fruits, you don't feel any digestive issues. Second, that is
Yeah,
when you include it, but you face other challenges. That is cough, I would say, right?
correct,
That's
correct.
that's the thing. Okay. So when that's why when we talk about a consumption of the fruit in a right way, in a right time, with respect of your digestion, definitely it will not give you the problem. But now if you like overly eat that, like full of bowl unnecessarily, without understanding your appetite, without understanding the current health challenges that you are facing, definitely it
Okay.
will give you trouble. Because keeping digestion good, only fruit will help you. That is not a case. Maybe consumption of the red rice will help. There are many ways to handle the situation, I would say.
Okay. Okay. So maybe timing I have taken care of always. I always take it between 11 to 1 o'clock only.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, quantity I will now observe it, and I would also like to have a separate conversation with you on this to solve my problems. Maybe later on we can connect this.
Yeah.
But yes, quantity I will try reducing it now.
Yes, you can. And switching with the seasonal fruit and the suitable fruit. When we talk
Okay.
about, see, when we talk about the seasonal fruit, that, see, now it's raining here in Nagpur. It's been like, I don't know, the people are living here like it's been 4 days. So I consider my body is living in the rainy season. It's not no more
Correct.
summer season now.
Correct. Correct.
So in that aspect, even the consumption of the watermelon will be like punishable for us. Like, so we have to
Punishable. Correct.
understand that what fruit is safest, that is safest, and the pomegranate is the safest that we can consume.
Okay. Okay.
With respect of not what season is out there, not a problem at all. So these are the thing. Yes. So if you are not sure, definitely you can go with pomegranate. Half an pomegranate or the medium size pomegranate is sufficient for a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks a
Yes.
lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
बोलिए सर.
Is pomegranate safe in all seasons?
Yes.
And for somebody who has suffered from pneumonia and recovered?
Doesn't matter. It will be helpful for them as well, since
Okay.
it is madhura and amla in taste, and
Okay.
it has like the properties which will take care of the vata pitta condition. When we talk about the pneumonia, that means there is a appearance of the vata and kapha dosha both in the body.
Yeah.
Since it is sweet in taste but mildly sweet and mildly sour in taste, that will help to reduce the vata. And since it is light to digest, it will definitely, and the kasha in taste at the end, it will going to help to reduce the kapha in the body. And
Okay.
this fruit also, like, since there is again sweet taste, that will reduce the pitta in the body. So this fruit become a perfect example which helps to balance the three dosha in the body.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Right? But you making sure that the fruit has to have the dominance of the sweet taste, not a sour taste. When
Yes.
when we are talking about the pomegranate,
Pomegranate.
and consuming it along with either jeera powder or black pepper, because the persons has the less appetite, and the problem of pneumonia is not about the cough, it's about the impurity in the blood. Okay, where the liver and your spleen, okay, that's a thing. And that will help to pures the blood as well. So that's where the pomegranate will help.
Thank you.
Yeah. Not having black pepper powder in summer. She
Should
was
we,
talking about the general seasons.
should we eat the seeds of the pomegranate fruit?
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
Okay.
That is kasha in taste, and that will make you, that is good for your gut, I would say, and help to bind your stool. If you overly eat, definitely it will create a constipation. Which sort of constipation? It will stuck your stool. It will not help to get properly passed if you overly eat that. That's where I said, either in a very medium sized fruit, or if it is big, you can just cut half. You can eat half of it with proper spices. Otherwise, it can create constipation.
Thank you.
Yes. So summer season black pepper is not suggested, but yes, any other season like, so black pepper we generally avoid in autumn season, summer season. Then your rainy season bit you can have, but not much, because if you consume more in the rainy season, it will trouble you in the autumn season. I guess this rule is no, like everybody knows this, right? In the group, or this is new, or you want me to repeat it? There is 6 seasons in India. If you do something bad with you, let's say you have lots of ice cream in summer season, you'll not face challenges now. You face challenges in the next season. Okay. So whatever you consume, it has an impact in the coming 2 months. And you cannot even relate like why this is happening with me. And by the time you try to handle the situation, that particular side effect, you already might have done the second mistake in the previous season. That's where you people are into the loop of, handling your body. That's it. Okay.
Sir, Okay. Sir, can you take the topic of IBS next time?
IBS is it's a huge topic because IBS, it is due to Vata, it is because of the Pitta, it is because of the Kapha as well. So
Okay.
IBS is not a general topic, but it's a huge topic. I would say it's kind of a workshop that I have to conduct for minimum of 2 hours, but it's a big topic and it also has to do with the mind and also with the gut. Yes, there is but definitely we can keep on IBS. But
Understand it better.
yeah, I'm just worried about like if we just put, if there is some general topic now, people do come. But if we keep the specific topic with respect of health challenge, then maybe some people not turn up. So that's where we do not, because initially we started doing it for on the cancer, blood cancer, this and that. But then I thought, okay, people need like some general information when we
Okay.
talk about fruits and all. But yes, definitely if we vote and if we have good at least 20-25 people for that particular topic, we can go with IBS.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
We look forward to it.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem. Yeah, we can conduct, not a big issue. If you're happy with that, definitely we can
No,
conduct.
a lot of people suffer from it. So somebody was asking me the other day, and I knew that it is mostly because of stress. Your gut gets affected, but I couldn't help her beyond that.
So, Varsha iPhone, can you unmute yourself and let me know what you're talking about? What should I advise? Stress, bitter, neem, lim juice. As I've already said, when there is a transition period is happening from the your kapha period to the winter season, the end of the winter season to the spring season, that's where we need this. Navratri, 9 different herbs are there. You might have heard about it, right? Then decoction of the neem and bitter leaves. That's what you consume in the spring season. If you people are already degenerated, already lean, already doing this mistake, stop doing it in this Navratri. You're ultimately going to create trouble for you in the summer season. As I've said, this not like for this particular year, our season is not aligning with yeah, the events that we are celebrating. So that's what. Just be mindful whatever you people are practicing. Because already Vata dosha get out of balance in the summer season. And again you'll having the bitter taste. That will going to create more trouble. Am I clear to you, Varsha ji? Okay, so I got a text. There is a meeting at 8. So anybody have any question? 15 minutes we have.
Doctor, actually, in this previous Monday and the mango section is still not uploaded. Could you please check it out?
Mango, I guess. Okay, let me check with that because sometime it gets stuck in the system, but let me check with that. Not a problem.
Okay, and the Monday section also, doctor. Actually, my mango I already attended.
Okay.
Only the Monday section I have to check it out.
All right. I'll check with that.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Today only I'll check with that. Okay.
Okay, doctor. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let me repeat this again. Those who are like newly joined, very straight that our season has to align with our body. If it is not aligning, that's where we were expecting that our whatever the event that we celebrate, it is helping us in order to live a healthy life or disease free life. But as I've said, there is a change in a season. Okay, and we have to align them. Okay, so I don't want anybody to write on the whiteboard, but I am just explaining you here. This consider this as late winter. Let's say LW, that's a late winter. Then here your spring season. Then here is your summer season. Now, when you enter from the season, okay, like late winter, that means you accept the taste in order to balance your condition in this transition period. You consider this 14-15 days. That's it. Means late 7 days of this and early 7 days of this. That is called as transition period. Am I clear here? Till now, am I clear here? You're not going to have any doubts after it. I just have, I would say, 14 more minutes. Please type clear in the chat box if that is clear to you. Transition period means is you are going from the one season to other season. So we take the late here, it is a late winter example, and here it is starting of the 7 days. That's a early spring season, early 7 days. Now this is called a transition period. So when we have to go from this season to the spring season, from the late winter to the spring season, we have to adapt the taste which is not sweet in taste, not salty, sour in taste, not in salt in taste. We have to accept which is pungent, bitter and astringent taste, mostly bitter taste, because that will help to reduce the kapha in the body. Hope I'm clear. Now the Navratri is coming here. Here it is coming, which it has to come here only. So this rule is not applicable of consumption of bitter taste here, because when we initiate with the summer season, we incorporate more of sweet taste. Why? Because in summer season, our body get degenerate. And what our Vedya says, like the Rishi says, that in summer season, you should have the dominancy of the sweet taste. That's where consumption of sattu happens, sampanna happens. Then the fruits that we consume, okay, mostly sweet and watery. So here we are expecting sweet taste. Now, if you do this mistake here in this transition, which is happening from the end of the spring season to the summer season, you will going to be in a bad condition. Some people are doing water enema. I don't know. There are so much of fasting people are doing. I don't understand why, but that's what challenges people will going to face here. So don't follow that Navratri rules here. That's it. That's not required here. You can just go with a simple fasting. That's it. Eating in moderation, consumption of the herbs which will increase your appetite. Okay, and like first that is increasing your appetite with a proper herb that suits to you. Then consuming food in very limited quantity, even after having consuming the herbs. That is how you take care of in the summer season. Is that clear? There are like different 6 transition like this we go through in India. But people are getting mistaken because आप अलाइन ही नहीं कर पाते ना कि हमारा शास्त्र क्या बोल रहा है, किस हिसाब से हमने सब चीजें बना के रखी थी. So definitely Ayurveda knows how to take care of the body. So we have to think in that way. So I guess that's it. I guess that's it about the transition. Any question you have now? So the healthy people get healthy in the winter season. Summer season, I as I've said, it's very tough to heal. No matter what program you join, even you come to us, it become a tough to heal in summer season because your appetite is less. In autumn season, definitely there is a lots of health challenges people suffer with. So that's where when there's a right time, you better heal yourself. And once you get better, then you should maintain it throughout the year, because it's India, it's not a Canada where you just have to work 3 seasons, right? And that's where it's getting problem. So Shubham, yeah, you can go ahead. What was your question? Like, what is your concern? Why? I guess we can share that here, right? Like what people are following in this Navratri.
हेलो सर, कैसे?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
गुड सर. एक्चुअली यही था कि जैसे सुबह भी आपसे बात हो रही थी कि नवरात्र में बहुत सारे मेरे रिलेटिव्स एंड फ्रेंड्स जो है वो फास्टिंग कर रहे हैं और ड्राई फास्टिंग कर रहे हैं. और उनका जो माइंडसेट यही था कि चाहे उनको बहुत सारी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस ऑलरेडी वो फेस कर रहे हैं, है ना, डिहाइड्रेशन, लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी, बट वो उनको ये लग रहा है कि दिस इज द पार्ट और उनकी बॉडी हील कर रही है, राइट. और जैसे मैंने भी लास्ट ईयर ये गलती की थी और जिसकी वजह से आफ्टर 1 ईयर मुझे ये पता लगा कि उससे मेरी बॉडी डिजेनरेट हुई है. सो एटलीस्ट मुझे ये क्योंकि मैं ये क्लासेस और ये सबसे मतलब एसोसिएटेड हूँ, दैट्स व्हाई मैंने एटलीस्ट अपनी फैमिली को और खुद को, है ना, वो मतलब इंसिस्ट किया कि हमने वो वाली गलती नहीं करनी जो लास्ट ईयर की थी, है ना, विद वाटर एनिमा और फास्टिंग, है ना, वो सारी चीजें, है ना, भी कुछ भी नहीं खाना और अपने काम पे वो सारी चीजें थी. सो ये चीजें हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाई. और जिस तरीके से आपने वो चीजें समझाई वो तो सर डेफिनेटली वो दिमाग में घुसती हैं विद लॉजिक्स, राइट. अदरवाइज तो मतलब इसी तरीके से बताया जा रहा है बाहर सभी जो है कि हमारी बॉडी हील हो रही है, राइट. और हम जो इतना 6 महीने खाया है कि, है ना, वो तो क्या कहते हैं, बॉडी अंदर से डिटॉक्स हो रही है. और हम ऑटोफेजी एक न्यू टर्म वो यूज करते हैं, है ना, ऑटो पता नहीं क्या है अभी, वो कैंसर सेल्स
ऑटोफेजी।
खत्म हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, और वो उसको मतलब इतना मतलब शुगर कोटेड करके और इतना ब्रांड मतलब करके उसको दिया जा रहा है कि कोई भी सर उसको फॉलो करेगा ही करेगा, है ना। बट विद लॉजिक, मतलब वही था कि आई एम फीलिंग सो ब्लेस्ड दैट मैं इसका पार्ट हूँ, है ना, रोगिणी का। तो सो दैट एटलीस्ट मैं मतलब अपने आप को बचा तो पा रहा हूँ उन चीजों से, राइट। आई एम फीलिंग ब्लेस्ड, थैंक यू सो मच
तो
अंकुर सर
डेफिनेटली
एंड सबमिट।
हमने हमने वही बोला था कि ऑटोफेजी हमें उस फंदे में पढ़ना ही नहीं। हमने जब बोला ही है कि आपका एपेटाइट ही कम है समर में, तो आप
जी
वैसे भी कम ही खाओगे। कम
जी
खाओगे तो जो हीलिंग होनी हो तो होनी ही है।
जी
तो हमें नए से उस चीज़ों को सोचने समझने की और इम्प्लीमेंट करने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है ना।
जी
मैक्स अगर आप डिसीज कंडीशन आपकी है तो हम बोलेंगे आपको यस यू डू फास्ट फॉर 7 डेज, उसमें भी प्रॉपर हर्ब्स वगैरह इनकॉर्पोरेट करके आपकी अग्नि बढ़ा के। So now you only tell me like what you also joined like I guess it's been a 1 month and you were on the medication, मतलब
जी।
जो आयुर्वेदिक medication. So how you are feeling your agni now? मतलब आपका appetite अभी कैसे if you compare like for the
तो डेफिनेटली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये था कि पहले मैं कॉन्शियस हो गया हूँ, राइट। दिव्या मैम से जैसे मेरी कॉन्वर्जेशन वो बात होती है जो मंथली, मैं एटलीस्ट मैं पहले कुछ भी खा रहा हूँ कॉन्शियसली खा रहा हूँ कि हाँ भी मेरे मुझे भूख है इसलिए मैंने खाना है। और सेकेंडली जिसकी वजह से ये है कि और दूसरे क्वांटिटी, राइट, वो मैं बहुत ज्यादा फर्क है ना उस चीज का है। और सेकेंडली ये है कि अगर मुझे भूख नहीं लग रही है या कम है तो दैट्स मुझे पता है कि ये मेरी बॉडी टाइप का है ना, वो भी बहुत बड़ा कंसर्न नहीं है। सो मतलब इन शॉर्ट और इन फ्यू वर्ड्स अगर मैं इसको सम अप करूँ तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है और मेरी बॉडी पे उस तरीके से है रिजल्ट्स, राइट। एटीट्यूड, बेस्ट पार्ट इज माइंड, वो एटीट्यूड में बहुत फर्क है। हाँ यार भी मैं सही रास्ते पे चल रहा हूँ, राइट। भी अगर भूख नहीं लग रही तो वो पार्ट ऑफ द गेम है, वो सीजन का इफेक्ट भी हो सकता है और मेरी
exactly
बॉडी टाइप है ना। अभी वो मुझे टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है कि मुझे लिव 52 खानी है, मुझे भूख बढ़ानी है। अब मुझे है ना, मुझे है ना 6 पैक एंड ऑल, अब मुझे ज्यादा खाना है, मुझे वेट लो वो करना नहीं है यार। अब ठीक है, 100 ईयर्स जीना है नॉर्मली वो उस तरीके से। तो मतलब चीज है सर अंकुर सर, जैसे ना जैसे अब वो 9 डेज वो सभी लोग इस तरीके से बिहेव कर रहे हैं जैसे ऋषिज एंड वो, है ना, भी हाँ हम तो हवा पे ही जी रहे हैं, हमें उनसे एनर्जी मिल रही है। बट आफ्टर 10th ऑफ द डे वो भी फिर वो इसी में ही जाएंगे कि ना खाना वही है, फास्ट फूड में भी हो उसमें। मतलब 9 डेज पता नहीं क्या घुस गया माइंड में भी, हाँ यार ये तो हमें करके दिखाना है ना। और पता नहीं है अभी वो ऐसे था कि मतलब मेरे सिस्टर और मेरे कजन सिस्टर थे, उन्होंने कोई ऐसे कोई मीटिंग लगा रहे थे वो ऐसे ही अपने नवरात्रि फास्टिंग के ऊपर, मैं उनके साथ ही बैठा था और वो ये कह रहे थे कि कोई बात नहीं, अभी तो शुरू हुआ है, अभी देखो आगे होता है। मतलब होता क्या क्या होगा, है ना, बॉडी पे इफेक्ट्स आएंगे, आपको मन करेगा, उनको भी पता है कि नेगेटिव इफेक्ट्स आएंगे बट उसको फिर भी वो पॉजिटिव पैक करके ना दे रहे हैं। और मतलब तैयार किया जा रहा है कि हाँ 9 डेज यार होना ही है। तो मेरे मदर मुझसे ये पूछ रहे थे कि यार भी शुभम भी मुझे क्या करना चाहिए भी ना वेट लॉस। मैं क्या भी ठीक है, आप वेट लॉस कर लो, है ना, इस तरीके से जाके, बट भी तैयार रहना भी है ना, बाकी प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस करने के लिए भी। शी इज लाइक नहीं नहीं यार नहीं हमने वो ये गलती नहीं करनी है, ऐसे मतलब कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना। वेट मतलब वो ये जैसे आप समझाते हो कि एक चीज को स्प्रेस करके और बाकी प्रॉब्लम। तो मतलब ओवरऑल मुझे तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है कि एटलीस्ट मैं बाकी भीड़ से तो अलग हूँ ही। एटलीस्ट टू बी द, है ना, ये अरोगिनी का पार्ट बन के मजा आ रहा
alright so congratulations to you। मतलब अभी
है।
आप जो भी फॉलो कर रहे हो यू गेटिंग द रिजल्ट्स एंड समझ में आ रहा है तो ठीक है ना। कुछ जबरदस्ती बॉडी के साथ नहीं करनी है, वहाँ पे नहीं लगने वाली भूख, वी नो दैट वेरी वेल राइट।
जी सही बात।
Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for sharing with
ओके
us.
सर, ओके सर।
Okay. ओके सो यहाँ पे जो प्रकृति का है मैं सबको बता दूँ, एक है ना एक प्रकृति भी बोलते हैं। सो व्हेन वी एस्ट्रोलॉजिकली जो हम चेक करते हैं कि आपकी प्रकृति क्या है, दैट अगेन टेल्स मोर। मे बी अनुश्री जी ने वो न्यूमरोलॉजी वाला तो नंबर न्यूमरोलॉजी वाला चल ही रहा है। सो मे बी नेक्स्ट टाइम हम वो प्रकृति वाला भी उसमें ऐड कर देंगे कि टू नो विथ योर बर्थ चार्ट कि आपकी एग्जैक्टली प्रकृति क्या है। तो जैसे अभी सोनम जी, मैं थोड़ा अभी एक ही अभी जस्ट आई हैव जस्ट चेक विद ओके। सो जैसे सोनम जी यहाँ पे, सो व्हेन वी टॉक लाइक लेट्स लाइक सी विद रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट, सो यू आर मोर कफा डोमिनेंट प्रकृति। तो अभी ये एस्ट्रोलॉजिकली हम उसको बता सकते हैं कि एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कि आपकी प्रकृति क्या है, एंड दैट इज़ मोर एक्यूरेट कंपेयर्स टू व्हाट वी कंसल्ट। बिकॉज आप बोलोगे कि मुझे भूख इतनी नहीं लगती है, बट I also have the kapha symptoms. So इससे आप clearly पता लग जाता है medical astrology से कि आपकी प्रकृति क्या है, बट आपके साथ जो प्रॉब्लम क्यों हो रहा है दैट ऑल्सो, जैसे लास्ट टाइम में हमने बताया था सैटर्न रेट्रो है आपके चार्ट में, डाइजेस्टिव इशू लाइफ लॉन्ग होंगे ही होंगे, नो मैटर व्हाट यू डू, पर उसको बैलेंस कैसे कर सकते हैं? विद द हेल्प ऑफ आयुर्वेद, है ना? तो आई गेस दैट्स इट। बाकी लोग भी भेज रहे हैं, सो आई वुड से कि हम वी कैन कंडक्ट नेक्स्ट टाइम on this medical astrology, and that way we could answer very well. All right, I guess
Thank
yes.
you so much, sir. But a detailed session on this will be very much great because yes, you were very right. Digestive issues though has been a part and parcel of my life since what ages I remember.
Sonam
So
ji,
please conduct a detailed session also if possible, sir.
या जो आपका ही बताया था मैंने सोनम जी, आप यू आर अर्थ डोमिनेंट, यू आर मोर अर्थ डोमिनेंट पर्सन, लाइक कफ आप डोमिनेंट प्रकृति।
Okay.
आई हैवंट इवन सीन टू यू, बट डेफिनेटली आप जैसे भी होता है तो आपकी वही प्रकृति रहेगी, दैट्स व्हाट योर नेटल चार्ट सेज। So
Correct.
definitely we can have like many sessions like this. That's not a problem, but this is for the today. Okay. So
Okay.
thank you
Thank you.
for joining today's session. We'll see you in the coming session, maybe on Sunday. So just be on that. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining today's session. We'll see you soon.